Ralph, as I know, Sir Ralph na no. Me no social media no. He has never been on social media to tell anybody so NDC until he pulls out his party card to tell me say NDC on social media. Meti hey, I cannot refer to Ralph as an MP NDC person. There are people who deliberately want to politicize this particular issue. The Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association, it is like any other association in Ghana. It is a Ghana Tomatoes Union Association. These people now came out and said, nurse na muhuno video man na muhuno video no. She was beaten to pop. This guy led a team of media men to go to the hospital to interview the nurse. He was doing pure politics. Otumi bia na no kra ka kire ministers na wo ye kuani ana. Sa nkwasiafo we bi na yaso so mo so wo Ghana. De bia meka se we mu no mo jimi. I expect people who are rational and intelligent in Ghana to make sure whatever position this fool is occupying, he needs to resign. Kwasiawe needs to be kicked out. The president of this association, Nikunu ye MPP chairman, the lady knows, says she has been exposed politically. Into onwe take a step back. And Oma Akwawe eye MPP bidden. Into the agenda is that let us disgrace the minister. Let us disgrace the government. Nobody can blame the minister for what happened at Ridge Hospital. Say minister Neti Accra, Asem si Obuasi Regional Hospital, and now Obuasi District Hospital. Do you expect the minister to come all the way to Obuasi to issue an arrest? Are you stupid? It is not the responsibility of the minister to issue an arrest or arrest anybody who comes to the hospital to cause chaos. It is you calling yourself a doctor. Fools like you hiding behind titles. The minister is not doing what Ajimamedu Dems were doing for them. They were expecting, say, Akando will come and buy V8 for them. And that the moment they do that, what happens is they say they don't talk your matter. And internet for 8 years, you never saw these pigs speak against any minister. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo made the minister of health. Those ministers were every day, every time sorting them out. Akando is here, paying this unannounced visit to the hospitals and trying to find answers or solutions to things that they are hiding. And now Akando also not giving them that cards. They have ganged up to disgrace and destroy the government. I have a 7-hour footage of what happened at Eyedien, Eyo Ridge. After this show, we released the 7-hour footage, a CCTV. Ralph Mokoho, they see it after. It is in a 7-hour footage. Nobody has this. It's a 7-hour footage. And I'm going to put it out there. You know the reason why they put that short video out for people? It was for propaganda sake. That way, almost share that hospital was CCTV room. And a 1-minute video, and they circulated it. They gave it to Paul Ademoche and the MPP platforms. And I'm say, let this one look like the nurse was beaten to pop. And it's our video we are. This is the only video they put out there because they wanted to create the impression, say. But this video is a small part of a video of a 7-hour video. As I see a Ridge Hospital, I say Ghana brand to be friend Ralph, and then a friend to be called Ridge Hospital. Na omope treatment. Treatment na omope every hospital personnel no hono. The way na omope the attention from the personnel munsankenti. Whatever happened there, we on Loud Silence TV, Loud Silence Media, we condemn it 100,000 times. It is condemnable. Nobody should sit on any platform to encourage it, whether they were casualties or whether they were not casualties. It is not acceptable for anybody to walk into any health facility to pressurize personnel in any form. In any form. Say something should be done. You whether do anything against any medical personnel, we condemn it outright. And I will never sit on my platform and say, where dear, na say, MPP ni, where dear, Ralph, as I know, Sir Ralph na no, me social media no. He has never been on social media to tell anybody so NDC ni. until he pulls out his party card to tell me, say, or NDC on social media. Hey, I cannot refer to Ralph as an MP, NDC person. The same way I mean to me for NDC, MPP or NDC. No. I am speaking to him as a citizen of the Republic of Ghana and not as any party affiliate or any party sympathizer. I am speaking to him as a young man, as a Ghanaian who wants the betterment of this nation. Sometimes youthful exuberance. Sometimes the way we expect things to happen. Sometimes because of some situation we have gone in before and now we have experienced, we are forced to take action. But we need to understand this is a country governed by laws. And in no way will I sit here and endorse or encourage anybody, no matter your background, to go into any health facility. To go into any health facility and be pissed off to the point where it becomes difficult for anybody to control the situation. No. So I condemn it outrightly. And this platform, we don't mince words when it comes to we making our point clear. Now, this issue now is it has been publicized everywhere. Now, the reason why I issue again momentum kakran say there are people who deliberately want to politicize this particular issue. The reason why I'm saying say politicize and say in any settings or organization, institution you enter, there is something called a management. And that management, it is their responsibility to make sure the day-to-day running of that institution, whether financial, whether maintenance, whether security, it is the sole responsibility of that institution's management to make sure those things are effectively run. There's a reason why the President of the Republic, John Dramani Mahama, we're dedicating Kofobi se omunye some specific job bimano. Na san Kofono so eyin Kofobi se omundi some jumadi bimano. Your friend division of labor. President Nkwan to be enye jumani nyina no health minister. Health minister to me hospital be anunti and district directors. Anything organ health service, anything a head of department, anything a hospital management, anything a board. There's a reason why. And it's a who is the President Mahama? We're to the 9 at the ababe bit is a confornochia. Now it does not mean Sir President Mahama will breach law. It does not mean Sir President Mahama will need your oye. It is out of their courtesy. It is out of respect. But he is not obliged to leave the Flagstaff House to come to Confornoche, to come and check what every nurse is doing or whatever happens at Confornoche. It is not his job. That is why there is a CEO of Confornoche Teaching Hospital, CEO of Kolebu Teaching Hospital. And see, there is something we need to understand. But you see, incidents where SC or Ridge Hospital, no, over the years, it is beginning to look like we have to now sit back and look at people who are heading institutions, organizations, associations, people who at the end of the day have decided to hide behind associations, institutions, positions to run this country down. And what we have seen, read, and today we are going to show you the other side of the story. The whole Ghana, the CCTV footage a Ridge Hospital is over 7 hours. We have it. And the Meboka Kratchero, after the show, we will publish the 7-hour video with a link. Na Ghana ni biya share. But there's something going on. Incident in a see a Ridge Hospital. What we heard was that Ralph and Nenamfophobia Ridge Hospital, and they have attacked a nurse. Where did we hear this from? It came from the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association for General Secretary, your friend David Chum Tenkorang. Picture, please, guys. This man, on the secretary of Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association, on the secretary. When the incident happened, we heard said the minister in charge, the sector, Akando, Honorable Akando, went to the hospital. It is not his job. But what to make a minister leave his office and walk to a hospital? Abra minister said there's management at the hospital that is supposed to make sure that anything that happens within the premises of that hospital is taken care of. Why do you think a minister, one, maybe a minister is see the distance from his office to that hospital, and what? It's out of curiosity and out of respect and maybe showing what we call showing some compassion for maybe Omomo Hospital or any Omomo. The minister decided to leave his office and quickly dash to that hospital. So one, the minister has done what he's not supposed to do, meaning the management of the hospital was supposed to take care of the matter. It was not even supposed to get to that point where the minister will leave his office to go straight to the hospital. But it's so interesting. Senka Semsi Hospital, the first thing you'll be asking and say, who is in charge of the hospital? Asante Kotoko Football Club, no. Bisha football match be FA Cup ya player no Emma back pass. Mistakenly ekoshe. So who team no? Na so who be bisa na team nim perform ya. Who do you ask? Do you actually ask about team owner and why, and now you ask about who is in charge of the management of the team? The first question you ask is, who is their coach? And I'm a in this asamasi a hospital. Your district director, your heads of departments in that hospital, your management heads. Why do you think say anybody will come and straight up blame the minister who is overseeing all the hospitals in Ghana? This man came out as the secretary of the Ghana Nurses and Midwifery Association, and all that he did was that. All right, my team is saying that I should change the picture. Thank you, team. So let's change the picture. My team says me change the picture now. Very important because it's not that clear. All right, thank you very much, team. I appreciate this. Now this man, on air secretary. Now, the first question, if you are the secretary of an association, the first question you ask, so who be sir, now be sir. The first question you ask and then say, who is in charge? That's the first question you ask. Who is in charge? Who is in charge of the hospital? In fact, some person we are very, very honest. You ask yourself, the first question you ask and say, that moment, who was in charge of the shifts? Because you start from the bottom and you start to read it to the top. It's Assembly Sianajua, who is in charge of the night shift? Who is in charge, or who was in charge of the afternoon shift? Who was in charge of the morning shift? So then you start to break the matter down. Then you get to know who is responsible or whose responsibility was it to make sure this was actually curtailed. But this man who is the general secretary of an association, and let us not get this wrong, the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association, it is like any other association in Ghana. It is a Ghana Tomatoes Union Association. It is a Molikoko Sellers Association. It is a Mampam Association. It is a Ghana Bar Association. An association. Remember, the Minister of Health, he is overseeing 71 associations under his ministry. 71 unions. 71. And this is one minister with his deputy overseeing the activities of 71 unions under his office. And you are the secretary of an association. What do you do first? You first ask, who is in charge? Now, this is what happened. My member video now you share strategically, interestingly. The video that was put out there is the only video making headlines, making rounds. Say, Ralph and Ampofo no rage, they actually went to brutalize a nurse. And this is the man who started this campaign. Remember, the president of the Ghana Registered Nurses Association, Midwives Association, Sama Ameno, Nikunu MPP chairman. This guy is her deputy. This guy is her general secretary. Now, this guy started a campaign, and that campaign was straightforward, geared towards the minister. And you ask yourself, why? Now, minister, no, why doing? Na minister, na ya, and the Asomisi Hospital, the management of the hospital has been left out. The board has been left out. But straightforward, the minister is the one being questioned. Now, the so-called video, this man and his group, the whole Ghana say, this is the confrontation and the assault is Siwa Ridge Hospital. And I know you have watched it. There's a reason why I want to play this video. Let's watch this. So this is the incident. The Ghana Registered Nurses Midwifery Association for SA. Sa video na CCTV ne capture nyina. Inti CCTV na wo Ridge Hospital no. This is the video I'm capture. I'm say Ralph ne Ampofo a omo call the emergency ward no. They attacked a nurse. So far, this is the only video these people released into the system. And let me tell you on authority, they carefully released this little short video to help the narrative of this guy and his boss. Now, what's your video, no? These people now came out and said, nurse na muhuno video man na muhuno video no. She was beaten to pop. In fact, nurse no ye bunin sem e bun kom ema ontume home. This guy led a team of media men to go to the hospital to interview the nurse. Remember, Assembly CNO, Minister Abaho, Anameboa. Remember, Minister Echreye, and through the press conference, time or tia semono, the steps he took. And Sana, this man who is called David Chum Tenkorang, stepped in as an association secretary. It's just a mere association. Okay. Now, nurse, no, almost say, Ralph Moko Bo no prepare no onye.
When he came in, he wanted us to leave everybody and attend to him. So we explained to him. Ralph. Okay. We explained to him. And then he was like, he wouldn't sit down. And my in-charge told him to get a card, a hospital card. He said, why should he get a hospital card? Because his name must be in the system. Once his name is tied in the system, it should everything should pop up. And my in-charge said, no, it's not done like that in Ghana. There he was angry because he was told it's not done that. That is not done in Ghana. And he started insulting us. We don't want Ghana to progress. Then he brought out the phone. But initially,
Minister Nekohono, Ubia Oho, Abrante Ralph na, he was in the middle of this controversy. Police in Chino. The hospital has not made any official complaint to the police. At that moment, Ralph is not a criminal. The management of the hospital know the right thing to do. In fact, issue ni see, say there was security or police station where what did the security do? Into kwasia when samana okekano. It wasn't because onim de oyo he was doing pure politics. At a point, otumi bien no crack catch the ministers and wo ye kuani ana. This guy okasa wa asempano obiena no busa minister na wo minister wo health minister wo ye kuani ana. Sa nkwasiafo we bi na yaso so mo so wo Ghana. Akando is a farmer, and there's nothing wrong being a farmer. We need more farmers in Ghana. The president of the Republic of Ghana is one of the biggest farmers in Ghana. Most of the rich people who are intelligent in Africa are into farming. But this guy who says he's a doctor, Debia Mekase, we munomo Jimmy. Debia Mekase Ghana for say, Sankwasiafo we no omwe Jimmy. This guy is going in, he's doing politics. You know why? Mami can be big trouble. For him to even just insult farmers, only any position biao, a association or a secretary, meti yakwasia we chadi o Legon. I hope it is not right. I hope it is not true. Because if you are a lecturer, you are somebody at the University of Ghana, for this guy to stand on or to sit on radio, national radio, to say, Minister, are you a farmer? I expect people who are rational and intelligent in Ghana to make sure whatever position this fool is occupying, Ochina, he needs to resign. Kwasiawe needs to be kicked out. This guy is using the nurses for his own political vendetta. There is a calculated attempt to sit behind the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association to do politics and destroy people. They don't like Akando. In the previous administration, how many times did you see the Minister of Health enter a hospital without any announcement? How many times did you see that? Not NC. For 8 years, Ajima Menu, the chain smoker, never entered any hospital. Impromptu. And I said, without announcing, a BNC that. Do you know? For the past 8 years, what these people enjoyed as the leadership of GRNMS, whatever, no, they were being broadcast by the ministry, politicians. Including BB, they have this cartel, and it is led by this guy and the president of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association. This is what they do. A buying buyer every year be a momoka. Now, since Akando took over, Akando made sure, say, he wasn't going to use his office to be buying cars for people who lead associations. And that was from day one. Some of them came together to say, we are going to embarrass this government and whoever is the minister. And then they started striking. You know? The president of this association, Nikuru, MPP chairman. So this boy right now, the lady knows, says she has been exposed politically. Into Onwe take a step back. And Oma Akwawe MPP bidding. Into the agenda is that let us disgrace the minister. Let us disgrace the government. Because Oshe Asamoah is a purely managerial issue. A purely managerial. The minister came in out of courtesy. Nobody can blame the minister for what happened at Ridge Hospital because the minister at Accra, as some see Obuasi Regional Hospital and now Obuasi District Hospital. Do you expect the minister to come all the way to Obuasi to issue an arrest? Are you stupid? The minister took steps, all because of proximity. Maybe an office war, and maybe a Ridge Hospital war. That is why the minister, out of courtesy and also feel the sense of responsibility, walked there. It is not the responsibility of the minister to issue an arrest or arrest anybody who comes to the hospital to cause chaos. It is you calling yourself a doctor. You sit back and you ask yourself, why should I even blame the minister? And that go to the point to blame the minister's police officer who is guarding him. Is it the responsibility of the police minister's security to arrest somebody at the police at the hospital? But you see, I'm about to the level whereby they are even insulting farmers. When you be a minister, now minister, or you is he a farmer? Yes, he's a farmer, and he's a well-to-do farmer, and he has made a lot of wealth from being a farmer. The same way, reasonable, intelligent people who really want to make decent wealth go into farming, not like fools like you hiding behind titles. Association. So the reason why they have this fight with the minister is all because the minister is not doing what Ajima Mendu Dems were doing for them. They were expecting, say, a buying society, Akando will come and buy V8 for them. And that the moment they do that, what happens is they say they don't talk your matter. And it's for 8 years. You never saw these pigs speak against any minister Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo made the Minister of Health, because that is how they saw it. Those ministers were every day, every time sorting them out. Into right now, no, if Akando is here paying this unannounced visit to the hospitals and trying to find answers or solutions to things that they are hiding, no, and now Akando also not giving them that cards, they have ganged up to disgrace and destroy the government. How can you sit on TV and blame a minister into some way you see, ekosi wo kwabre anka bega che minister say on for planning ko na onko solve issue na we kwasia. Now let me talk to the reasonable nurses. Mameka be binchiramo sanko for we, they are using you people for money. I'm telling you. Now as a nurse busa se bibi kra how ewo income prom baby a we adwuma no na so person association we a utia dues ma no de bia you tia salary ma they take some from your salary as an association. Ask yourself as a nurse, since you joined this association, baby a we adwuma, your working condition, so person o pass on a message kra, what are the kind of process a fam and sana kwasia we ate? Ask yourself. The nurses in Ghana now, Moshesa association with Arsenal. Your fundamental problems now, you expect your leadership to even give you a listening here. When you try to call them directly, what do they tell you? They tell you, say, talk to your district director, district head and secretary, talk to your district operations manager, talk to your district head and chairman, before the district chairman can take your complaints and take to the regional before it gets to the national. It's just an association. But they have created those barriers to make themselves feel important. He is doing politics with the nurses. They are using them to make millions. Into the moment any politician comes in as a minister and blocks that path that makes them make money, they start to gang up against the politician. And that is what you are seeing here now. Let me show you something. I have a 7-hour footage of what happened at Eyedien, Eo Ridge. After this show, we released the 7-hour footage, a CCTV. The CCTV footage. Ralph Mokoho, they see it after. It is in a 7-hour footage. Nobody has this. Menkwana is a 7-hour footage. And I'm going to put it out there. You know the reason why they put that short video out for people? It was for propaganda sake. And intina, sa video you could not see a physical assault on any nurse, but they wanted the narrative to look like that. Inti, how long were they at the hospital? But the video, these people, because this guy we almost shared that hospital was CCTV room, and a 1-minute video, and they circulated it. They gave it to Paul Adomochi and the MPP platforms, and say, let this one look like the nurse was beaten to pulp. And it's our video this is the only video they put out there because they wanted to create the impression, say, but this video is a small part of a video of a 7-hour video. Hwe video ni ye pa. Nurse na omo interview no. Ono na na gina lady na o she red ni chi no. Nurse na o se ya bono no. Nurse we ono na sha atade we hwe ni. Nurse we a o ka say. So o she rough video na me chiro na ono na gina sa ma me na o she red ni chi. This nurse.
When he came in, he wanted us to leave everybody and attend to him. So we explained to him. Ralph. Okay. We explained to him, and then he was like, he wouldn't sit down. And my in-charge told him to get a card, a hospital card.
Now, person share atade share into share video na ono na na gina eyedien nurse no share atade ma me no share atade red no into ono krampo no the altercation no krampo no and share down kon ho. Now my member the original CCTV. It's a long thing. It's about 7 hours. Now, I'm going to play a bit of it. Time Ralph Eremu. Ralph Tenase. Ralph was asking them, Ralph APA. Do you know, say, time na Ralph Mo ewo hospital no na police ni wo ho. There was a police officer in there. Why didn't that police officer arrest Ralph Mo if they were actually causing the chaos they said Ralph them were causing? Do you know, say, time na Ralph Mo ho na omo call hospital ni inside. Omo mu first Ralph Tenasi or say or they goes or said two ni same no. Do you know, say, in that 7-hour video, no, there was a police officer in the police station, in the hospital. There was a police officer on at post. So I want to ask, say, I didn't say police officer no answer Ralph Mo. Say na Ralph Mo de omo ye ho no. Say na Ralph Mo commit crime. I am saying I'm not going to justify any act that is unlawful, but I am talking in context of video na ekuta no any de yehwe no. That's because sir Ghana Registered Nurses Force Secretary no, he is trying to create the impression that there was no security officer at the hospital when Ralph Dems were there. Now, this is the original CCTV. Because of time, it meant to me about 7 hours in each row. But I'm going to scan through. What you just watched is when they entered the hospital. Into Omuremono, you could see there was no agitation. It was Ralph who went there. Oremuna, I could not read or catch him so. We pra. Now, and then Uncle Fobisu Nebaye, Obiso pra serious part channel. And also, make crime then shall serious. Now, Omo want to know what they are serious. So, why are you people not showing any kind of their eagerness or what we call some agency in your actions? Because media means some now obia or menene bae no they are no more serious than media no. But you could see the body language of the people or the nurses sitting there say they didn't really care that much because the issue is what by emergency obi die hia chen wo die. But from what I know no say so Ura hospital na say emergency it does not matter the kind of emergency. Somebody needs to come to you. The moment it's an emergency, it could be minute, it could be major. Yan treaty emergency being chambi. And anything a kwasiampe anything as a paka say, obi echiebu. No, because obi wa nsa to me twa. Kete otimi blidu. Obi wa or ya rebia. Sa ade twa na it never stops. Into betima ka say oh, ade na twa nsa keke. But that blood will never stop because the system no, it does not have those things or whatever you guys call to stop the blood oozing out. Into obi oha obeba na ne kokromoti keke na ade twa no. But sa nipa no need any more dangerous chen obi an na etwa. If it's a sa nipa no oni anything a obetumi aya a stopping moja no ye onipa bi wo sa. Into you don't treat emergencies as this emergency is bigger than this emergency. No. And it's obiaba. No, I catch you say this is the emergency ward. There is somebody with me who is also in a critical situation like myself. What you do is to give the assistance. It does not matter how big or small the emergency is. But you watch the video, you could see clearly, say, there was no sense of urgency there. You could see, say, he was trying everything possible to make sure, say, and I'm not defending Ralph here. If you are in that situation, maybe Anka would have reacted more than what he did, but it is not right. But the issue in say, when the guy entered the place, you saw it. Now, maybe glance it through, maybe 7 hours footage. I'm going to go back to the video. There were people, your small boy be a young boy be the nenana baye, nenana. Or the nenana baye, nenana kutaro emergency was in the video. I'll show you. There were nurses there. There were some nurses sitting in rooms. And there was a young man with nenana kutano. And ojina and nobody was attending. Now watch this. The same time Ralph complaining about the sense of urgency. A man walking out to say okofana dam for nankasa de nabano. The same time no obi tamne nana this is emergency center. When you regular hospital OPD or something. No. This is emergency center. Obi kutane nana. Ne nana almost 80 to 90 years. Did you see any medical person there or so a nurse or show any sense of urgency? I'm asking. These were people there. They sat down and directed him. Visitors had still akonyano. Omokache said, go and put that old lady on that chair. This is Rage Hospital. Mo nurse for no, sa Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwife Association. They are using you people. Because a video there 7 hours. This is a woman, Abrewa Owu. And yet, severe treaty, mami penny say woo. Wabet now de to check her pulse. Huh? The way she's even lying there, when you check her pulse, you can't get any pulse to check. This is a Rage Hospital. Kwasiane Kasano, our service or condition, service condition say condition of service say no. Is it a play here? My member video na men call Ralph for the so. Me say 7 hours. Now I could tell me when say me person mo nurse for kwarana mo Ghana no. Sa mo association no. Sa nko from di anim no. Omo use mu say moa. The omo ye no politics oh. They want something for themselves. It is not you. Sa akwana na okasa odidi minister na tem no. Na ono odidi minister na tem no. Wo nurse na wo form na uhia bibie fra ban ho no. Odwen sa wonsa beka. Ono oya association na otesoro na. Ono sa akwana edidi minister na tem na minister na ye wo pay or your employer no. Do you think say wo nurse na wo sha form na uhia de e won tebuo mu no. Odwen sa wonsa beka because kwasia ne tinkan ka cha minister say oyekuani ana wo gimi. It wa wo tebuo mu no ho na e kasa ma won kan. Who is talking for you? Who is negotiating for you? The person now would to me amano debiano or salary ba ni atibi say association can was no or not think did minister no tua work anatem. Do you expect the minister to hear you? Edna Mekacham say mu leadership no omo de moya politics. Yanko back to the video. 7 hours. I just want to show you some part of Ralph Ebaya Okoye. it's one with the Ghana Registered Nurses Association for me. Oh, so we had one that hold down here into my white takatano. So we Aberwana Owuno. Oh, so not a Honda Kunyano, and I'm into my white takatano. Ralph Bar back now, Obekachom said, what kind of work are you doing here? People need assistance. And a nurse in Mumu warning, and all retaliate in the same language. That part now is see Hona, a Honumuku Chaye, and on the Brebo. It is a guy this guy went to the hospital and told them to ignore everything that happened and cut that small piece and share it to the public. And they used that to destroy the minister. That is what they did. 7 hours. So what they did was that Akwa Hospital and say they need the footage, but just our part media no one can say minister fault. Now Ralph Akobu Obiekuno dressing nurse and Bekacham say Ralph Butu nurse Nekuno. This is the guy who did that job. Footage in other angle, but you see from the beginning, they didn't show you anything. And there is more. Just 7 hours now. This guy is a very dangerous guy. My member last hour in Chirobium, Abruano da Kunyoda Honda so time around for bar. Oka say, what are you people doing? What is happening here? The nurse was rather insulting Ralph. And then the man back and say, and nobody has this footage. I am in Quantum what this footage. I'm the only platform I want this footage. Make a seminal HH Matro. Now this is the video again. Wait, and the coach has a video in the buy. On the coach that angle now. Sa 1 minute no be chema Paul at the mochri or the ma sempa or the ma joy news or chema media houses no and also go after the minister because the target is the minister, is the government, and your politics no more. And it's a money for no mobile. They are using you people. They don't need to lead anybody. Watch the video again. How many police officers did you see? 2. So Ralph ko bonus bi ko tietiana. 2 policemen, they could not arrest Ralph. You saw 2 policemen there. I don't agree with what he did, but there were 2 policemen at post. Sir, Akwawe, they are not all kind of radio no so. Ose minister ni mum police officer na or protecting mum ne meche Ralph. On politics oye. In the interview, no, or catch a girl and say, I then a minister now or bar the next day, no, or no mum, some minister no mum, police officer na enche Ralph. But incident happen here, no, not police officers too, no, into the issue, no, a management and I say a minister issue. There were 2 policemen, one was armed. And it's a Ralph and Parampara say, oh, police a hospital and butu next we boon in some mother bet now. Sakwa when the coach video, first video, the babet bono. And can 1 minute or the ma will be I say, this is what happened. Ralph assaulting us in the kuno. There is no video of Ralph assaulting that nurse no better now. No, nurse no bois. Wait, is the handwork of this guy. He went to cut that short video. He put that nurse there to act. This is the guy who did it. I have the 7-hour video. Me publish 7 hours video. Mama shedi we are a dangerous guy. And I'm talking to the young nurses in Ghana. I'm joining Sa Ekuwe. The better for you. It is better for you people to leave this organization and tell these fools they are using you. And the akwa wejina ready to edidi ekua fatem. Say na minister no yekuani ana he. Ekuani na oye duane ma wunya bi di no. Kwase wa woni se apetition bottle ase. Eka chen say minister ni yekuani ana. Yes, o yekuani. He is growing food for a fool like you to eat. Asema free na no ba. Asema a free na no. Eba. This guy onye obi a o say nke tie no TV so. And then asema we ba about 3 days mean can be. Because I wanted to get all the facts. Because I knew, say, obi your politics. I knew, say, some people wanted to just embarrass the minister and embarrass the government. Wait, the Juma na no. That is what he did. Mumusa say CCTV footage na wa bontene na omde bae no. Sa no when the ba bontene. They will never tell you who released it. I don't know one show this part. I don't know one show the first part. I don't know one show BBR because they know say they don't have till date. So Ralph say, or Ralph say, we don't have a footage of that. This man is a liar. The leadership of GRNMA, they are criminals. I'm telling you. And it hurts me because they are deceiving young people. They are deceiving young nurses. Nurse for free Ghana. No, these people are not there to talk for them. The person say, salary nibi, bra. The fights they have with Akamba are two things. Akando. One, it is because Akando has been going to hospitals without announcing and exposing the things they are covering up. And two, Akando is not buying any car for them, like the way Ajimamenu them used to do for them. That is their problem. And the agenda is there. How can a fool like this speak to a minister of state, a minister who is in charge of health? You call yourself a doctor and you sit on TV, on radio, and you speak to a minister this way. Who is your employer?
I think in this statement, it was not captured here, sir, or more for a committee, but subsequent interviews, the minister Kase were putting a committee together to investigate in Samoa a course. Adiabako striking me in this statement, and it said, Ministry said they want to investigate the circumstances that led to the reported delay in care. Like I said, most members in our hospital may have contributed to the course.
I've taken my the first thing okay, at least first, third, and fourth point. It makes sense. And no, and what are the security implications? Why do you be properly and country? They all kind of say, well, I mean, they are trying to beef up internal security. The police, they have a police post close to the mortuary and all that. All those people were there, and I started when you see it. And the security situation has not been improved, and we are not happy about that. At the time, here, my tiny second point, Minister, who said there are systems over there. If he doesn't understand, he should get somebody to educate him. And I make a choice, triage system, so yes, Obi, don't buy out. Nobody can buy into the shame.
Yeah, Doc, I get you, but I think because
triage, Nia, who said, oh yeah, Reno, immediate care, and I say, a delayed care as compared to others. If you are immediate care, they will attend to you immediately. So, open my by time, I say others, and I say they will neglect you. They will give you first aid or whatever, but they will attend to other people who need.
These are the people leading the Ghana nurses and midwives in Ghana. And I'll tell the minister to be very resolute. He should not allow these fools. He's doing a good job. He is protecting Ghanaians. For him to just even decide to take immediate action, to take a step to try and make sure things are resolved, it's even encouraging to we Ghanaians, the patients at the hospital, and even some of the nurses there. These are termites. They are political insects. We are not supposed to give them. My advice to go to the young nurses, I'm joining this group. They have used you people to build houses. They take these positions so that they can get opportunities to take their people to Europe, America, to study there. They take these positions to use you as the bait so that they don't care about you. When was the last time you were able to talk to this guy about your concern? In Supeko area hospital. When was the last time they reached out to you to know how you feel there? No. They will tell you, say, go through the channel because they are the bosses in Accra. They are the ones who have to drive the V8. They are the ones who have to sit with the minister. But this guy is in Accra insulting the minister. He insulting the minister, no. Or take credit the minister that no. The lowest part of the ecosystem, no. Then Albania. You put this guy there as your negotiator. You take this position as a negotiator for nurse for. Now you the negotiator, you are sitting on national television telling minister say no Ukrainian. You are fighting your personal political battles. Now saying I can say GRN mo boss no etukwa abruchi na oya visa scandal akwawe na ode sa position onyan be 2 weeks no na ode ya visa mankofo akwawe. That is why the position no I can't buy na omo space no. That is why they have ganged up. Mesi na nsia mo president ni 2 kwan no akwawe be sha ho na ode sa office no ya visa fraud. This guy. That is why they don't want the position to go. You people should start talking and thinking. And yes, sir, let me tell you people, this is the same government that built Ridge Hospital. This is the same NDC that built UGMC. This is the same NDC that built all the hospitals that you are seeing, majority of them in Ghana. So I'm on pennes in here, on see UGMC, MNS in Koyejuma. Bank of Ghana hospitals, sir, regional hospitals, say, I buy an asa part in MPWNS in here, on yes, our facility now. The people leading your cause are sucking you dry. And this vampire eye fool, this bulky eye vampire, is one of the vampires that almost suck him dry. Every month, or salary bar, no matter. Every month, or salary bar, no matter. Omo akra. Then omo de ye, omo negotiate amount. Negotiation is saying, or some minister na bodamana or Ukrainian. Where is the negotiation? But month we end there or better. Yatisika at the bed then yedbemano. You are the ones I'm talking to, the young nurses. Mon nurse for na mo sa ekuoni mu no. Mon start to advise them. This guy needs to resign. The president, they need to resign. And yes, sir, for the next 32 years, it's going to be tough. Because Wemo, only MPP surrogates, they are fighting their political battle. And with the video evidence, I bet you. Show everything about this. We are publishing a 7-hour video footage. Ghana for you. This guy is a fool. The nurses should rise up. Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, just an association. Just an association. It's the same as Kako Sellers Association. Do not allow them to intimidate you. No. They are making money out of you. They are using you young nurses to make millions. These are criminals. How can such a person negotiate on your behalf? Or did the minister attempt, or some minister Ukrainian, minister Nimunyansa, let our minister Trabanyansa, how can this fool negotiate on your behalf? I'm asking you a simple question. How can this guy and his boss negotiate on your behalf? Because Omo party need power. Because they are fighting a personal battle. Makachiro now Shemino. Makachiro Ghana for. I'm doing my part, and I'll use the facts to do my job. My job here is to keep the NDC in power for 42 years. Your job is to listen to the truth, because you and I, we are all messengers. You and I, we are all messengers. Messengers who are ready and willing to speak truth to power. Messengers without a Quran or a Bible. Our job is to speak the truth, irrespective of who is before us. Tomorrow, we will publish the video. We will give you access. Watch it. Make your own judgment. But the message here is, be careful of the red eye, big eyeball vampire. This guy is a vampire. He's a drunk vampire. He's thirsty. He's a politician. He's not there for you people as nurses. He's there for himself.